the paranoia. So Envy, they sacrifice utility for firepower, but already shot up. Doesn't matter what he's got. A ghost is all he needs, and crashies is the first blood.
One of the best players in this tournament thus far. Shot up, still looking for more. Of course he is, but has 2 people on the peak. How does he survive there? And he's still going for more. One hidden around the corner, and jcStani more or less stealing away the kill from FNS. mummAy trying to get a little bit tricky with it, but now it's just Caboose in a 1v5. Flame to a moth in a sense, attracting all of that attention. And Envy now in a 2-man advantage. What is only, again, yet another eco round for them, and they're going to get yet another kill from behind. 2 in a row for Envy. It's slick, it's clean. As now Immortals, they're left now with 2 players, still the SMGs. They rally, but Kehmicals, he was about to take on yet another cheeky kill from himself, but even then, Food has full control over the Heaven side. Both Kehmicals and Nature, the 2 new young guns in a sense, looking to approach. Deep paranoia, but Food, he needed that kill early on, but a wide swing stinger from Nature gets it, but mummAy might have just closed out the round. Nature has to get now a 1v3 with nothing but a stinger. And Envy, I mean, again, off the eco, still building up so much momentum, so much pressure towards the ace side at the moment, with only 1 in heaven. It's none other than Genghsta with a Phantom, looking over the cross, not gonna be able to take down Food. Oh man, Stinger v Phantom, it's gonna be the Stinger to win it out. And just like that, Immortals down a man after the kill from jcStani. Envy has control of B. Now it's down to the post plant.
Oh, I think Kehmicals at least heard the sound cue. Maybe not Food. This is a huge position. They're not going to expect this whatsoever. The spike down, planted for B main. And you saw how Food control in this mid position can hold on to these rotations, and he's going to hold on to them all sure as hell. Ooh. Food with 3 in the round. Already the revive charged up. Immortals, they've got nowhere to go. It's just Kehmicals, and he's got to say, how can they hold this one down? They'll be forced out of the sight, but Immortals, here they come.
Here we go, and not only that, but a lockdown to make things really chaotic. These players from Envy, they got a back on now, but even then, they're still holding down the site. That's massive for crashies. Catching up 2, Foot on the front lines. It doesn't even matter. Kehmicals and jcStani still catching up frags. Everyone left away, and just like that, Envy, instead of just backing out of sight, really just pull all of their eggs into one basket and just see if they can just try their luck. But Envy, they choose the right side. They get the information needed, and it's all going to be over towards that B site where the rotation comes in actually strong. Kehmicals gets himself too with a little bit of a late nade.
This is winnable.
Finesse takes him back though, and absolutely it is. Genghsta now has a Vandal.
And the revive.
Revive and half armor. This is huge for Genghsta. He's gonna try this one out. In we go, 2v2. It's as even as you can get, but mummAy now down to 12 HP, has the Blade Storm, but can't hit any of it. Still FNS in an off angle, not gonna get paranoid, but instead, he's gonna go away, but mummAy with a shot onto Genghsta. Now it's a 1v2. jcStani, he's gone big before, but he has to go even stronger with nothing but a stinger. It's low HP on these last 2 players though. They're not even peeking for the right side. This B position. But Envy, they still got to hold on back and waiting for the Immortals players to really show any pixels. And indeed they do. Kehmicals tiptoes the line in between safety and absolute death, because now Envy, they're still hounding that heaven area. But here we go. So it's exactly what you mentioned. That stack early round is going nuts for them. jcStani in a great position. Going to be able to trade back 2 kills for this team. And now Envy, restricted down to 2. Is depending on none other than crashies to make his entry. Shut up is there with a trade. You said trade heavy, and here we go. 1v2 for Food.
Yeah, Food does have a revive, and you talked about how good he is in these clutches. Well, he can maybe get a kill and get a revive, but 10 seconds left. It's going to be a little bit impossible. So Envy, how do you play against an operator that just can't seem to miss only for a few shots while you get aggressive? mummAy already straight up into heaven. He's got this control. And he's going to be looking to hold on to it now as well. Wall goes up to prevent Kehmicals. And mummAy, he's going to keep on pushing. He's got the info. No need to reaggress, but Kehmicals, he finds 2 before going down. And Envy, they disperse. 3 players left for both sides. And Immortals, 1 play is all that they needed to get back into this one.
Surely so, but Nature, there you go. I was about to say, Nature needs this one onto Caboose, as the second contact isn't there to trade him out. Immortals, they turn this from a huge disadvantage to actually an advantage in their favor. Now Genghsta, he could be able to sweep up yet another kill from behind. Crashies now in a 1v3, and Nature is there for the trade back. We usually see a very heavy pick, but instead it's only going to be jcStani holding it down. He's gonna be able to get one trade back for Caboose. Still one on site. It's Kehmicals with a tight angle, and he gets another one back. Still more to pay attention to. That's a slick blast pack, but still not gonna be able to find anything more. Shut up with a big frag. Now it's a 1v3 for food. He's not even gonna go for the plant. Still wants a couple more frags to really make this one worth it. But with the wall going down, Shut Up just around the corner. So much pressure. Food's gonna go down to Genghsta. Immortals. Now Envy. 4 players already fast on the rotation back, and FNS on the front line still holding things back. Huge from mummAy, actually. Popping up from the heaven area, snagging one back, but there's still a whole lot more work to do. Yes, Immortals, they have control of sight, but Envy, I was about to say, they're starting to hound a little bit, but the ram side's a little bit loose. But with the turret up and Nature still here to help, well, Immortals now has a huge chance. So much oppression in that ramp area just from one player, and he's just snagged away so much time. Time-wasting strats, still crunching it off. Shot up with the first contact with a little bit of damage. Genghsta needs another one here to really make things count. But now Shot up in a 1v2. Could potentially get a heal just from one singular frag. It's actually a fake. Not going to be able to get one, though. Tight angle again. Still playing ring around the rosy, around the... At least around the spike, but crashies gets it back.
Sight, but Immortals are playing this waiting game in Caboose. He still has a paranoia. But paranoias, they go both ways. jcStani affected in Caboose. He plays around this box. This is massive from Caboose.
No
it's
way.
in the smoke now. He's got to wait. There's one. Down goes Nature. Spin back for 2. And Caboose finds 3. That's what you want when you're in the back site. And he's put Envy in a 2v2 as Kehmicals comes big. They've got the advantage, Immortals.
I mean, Immortals somehow does one better. Massive from Kehmicals with a 3k, but now it's FNS. Now in a 1v3. Oh, the revival from Genghsta. Okay, things got a little bit trickier. I was about to say the 1v2. Very much possible, but 1v3. Fresh HP. And power on site. Coverage of heaven. They're getting all that information. And speaking of info... It's going to be real tough for Envy, and not only that, but the Seekers, they're going completely over towards the other side, so that's a little bit of early information, but is it exactly optimal? We don't know just yet. Kehmicals with a showstopper, not going to be able to catch anything. Instead, now FNS with a really good time to ramp push with a massive 2k. Now Genghsta goes up on the wall. The quick Empress, Immortals, they emerge, and Food actually... right on top, gets a nice angle onto jcStani, but that eye's not gonna do anything. Instead, now Crashies gonna be able to get one back, but still Food there to help. Kehmicals with a massive one, but still gets traded. Still now a 3-on-3 as Genghsta actually gets the revival, but Nature, the timing on that flick is so massive for Immortals. They get the man advantage. He's trying to hold down heaven. Now FNS gonna be able to get a whole lot of information off the Nero theft. Not only that now, but a counter revival potentially, but Genghsta shuts it down. I didn't even realize it. That's more than clutch from Genghsta, as now he only has to face on FNS. Low HP, and he gets it!
The peak full on, so Envy
got
control, but that is a huge paranoia in Nature. Big with 2, jcStani with a 3rd, and that was the gamble they took in the price they paid.
Well, they gotta go down ASAP over onto that B site. Still the rotation coming back quick, but no. Spike will be able to go down, no issues. But mummAy, he's been holding on to this Blade Storm for so long. And this is really the round where you could go massive. There you go. Genghsta playing around, getting a little bit cheeky with the beaks, and he gets them back. Now it's a 2-on-3 with FNS here to help. Still in heaven, no one actually able to peek him out. There's 2 behind that wall, 1 in the back of sight. mummAy, watch out, probably gonna go for an updraft or something of the sort. Still has a dash and everything to work with. He emerges with the right click. It was absolutely needed. FNS tries his hardest.
And a lockdown to try and steal the deal. It's just Caboose in the back. He's been so good in this pivot position, and it's a team flash that almost opened things up, or apologies, I think it was the guiding light instead from Crashies, but still Immortals recuperate. Shot up pushing the back line, has got 3, and that could be it for Envy.
It's yet another banger of a round from Shot Up. It's just consistent frags, isn't it? FNS, he's tried his hardest. Multiple rounds in this game where he's had multi-frags, but This one, it's such a tall task. It's almost improbable. It's almost impossible. FNS around the corner going to be able to take down jcStani, and ShutUp is there. 4 kills for ShutUp in the round. 13 rounds for Immortals.
The back lines from crashies and ShutUp straight in their faces. He was key in their victory against Sentinels. But Caboose with this frenzy. He himself's had a couple of highlight plays, and he's just made another 3 kills for Caboose, and Immortals sent backing as they try and recuperate with the last 2 alive.
Ooh, okay. It's certainly trying his hardest. Genghsta gets 2 at the very end of things, but Envy actually, they're still maintaining things fairly even throughout the map. But in comes the actual take from Immortals. They're going to be able to get this plant down. Caboose still on top. Same thing with ShutUp. Taking one back onto crashies. Good angle from Food. Still 2 in this back line. How? What? Food with a couple of shots through the wall. He certainly should not be alive, but now FNS, the last person remaining on 1v3 with nothing but a stinger, and he walks out right into the crosshair of jcStani. Has mostly made their way over. 4 players in the back line, quite a bit of util to make their way on. Not a lot of ultis to really help them out, but actually the run it back could help them out on the front lines. Here comes Food, has a little bit of space to work with, but he's gonna have to run it all the way back as Kehmicals gets himself 2 massive frags. Now, Envy, 3 players remaining, and crashies takes one back on site onto jcStani. That's 2 for him thus far. Not only has he equalized the round, but he's taking it forward as now Food gets one back. Kehmicals needs to ace to win the round, and oh boy, he could pull it off. A quick smoke towards the left side, and Kehmicals actually wants to use, oh boy, the blade storm around the corner, but crashies is there.
They have FNS on the site. Again, huge setup here, at least from FNS. He gets the info being made. Food gets the kill. He can back away, and FNS, he's got reinforcements on the way. Immortals are starting to take a tumble down the B-bomb site as Envy locking things in place. It's a 5 versus 2 with Kehmicals and Genghsta to try and clutch.
With a quick alarm bots, not only that, but the nano swarm. Envy was more than ready for this B site hold.
1 enemy remaining.
There you go. FNS still on the front lines, dude. Little cheeky one onto Genghsta. No, Kehmicals, last one remaining in a 1v5. All these players are essentially right around him, and he walks into the crosshairs of 3 players at the end of it.
Spike plant by Kehmicals. He's pushing forward. I talked about how they love to pressure this back lines in Caboose. Too many places to look at and only 2 eyes. Immortals got 1 player, but how do they hold on to it now? mummAy with a bare pixel of nature's head rips it off, and Immortals, they're down to just 3 here as Envy have the man advantage moving forward.
And I love it. Even in a more dynamic eco, they could still have a little bit of a chance. mummAy dashes right into coverage, but FNS and Food, what a massive flank. jcStani, last person remaining now in a 1v3, and you are about to get a double peek in that back line. Wonderfully coordinated. Again, mummAy, he did what he did. No ulti. Hunter's Fury wasn't used to evade the spike plant, so instead now they have to depend on the frags, and indeed they are. Massive swing from crashies, taking down ShutUp. jcStani in such a pivotal position up top, but mummAy covering every sort of option. Defuse isn't exactly going down just yet. Still taking their time. Still waiting for that util to go up, and again, they still have a smoke that hasn't dissipated just yet, but even then, it's gonna be crashies on the front lines again. What is up with crashies in these post plants? He has been so critical.
Immortals, FNS spotted out, but mummAy's there to reinforce. Huge Hunter Fury as well to force the players into his line of sight. mummAy able to pick up a second.
What?
Nice clean shot. Might get a 3rd here as well. Nature might walk into it. Oh, mummAy. I thought he was gonna have that one, but Nature catch him looking the wrong way. Now, how do they adjust? 4v2. It's ShutUp in Nature. It might have just been ShutUp at FNS, hadn't been able to connect those shots. He's still pivoting around at least the yellow box. This is so difficult here for Immortals with a minute left.
Oh, wait a minute! You gotta hold your tongue, Sully, because Nature is here again! Even as you can get, Caboose still has to capitalize on a frag back, but he's gonna try to go for the info play off the teleport, and not only that, but a flank in for Food. It's gonna come in at a very pivotal time, but the alarm bot goes off, and ShutUp catches him. No way did Nature think of that earlier. Now ShutUp gets the kill back. but Immortals still biding their time. Like I mentioned before, crashies has to be in a perfect spot, and indeed he's there. Nature now with the plan. Still jcStani back with a kill. In comes shot up, takes one down onto MNS. Still mummAy, he could go absolutely massive in this position. And indeed he gets himself one, but not more than one. Caboose 1v2, 9 HP. It's looking improbable, like I said before, but no way. Oh, he dies to the turrets.
A huge flank, but a turret dropped, and now they know. They realize the flank is coming on in, and this lockdown's pushed them out. They're clearing the back of the fight, and there goes the first. mummAy goes down, and Immortals, they have control, and Nate just got the flank covered. It's a 5v3, and Envy need this one to make it 8.
Oh, jcStani is going to be able to get 2 free ones right through the smoke, and Immortals now, I guess. Immortals now. They have 3 players around this A site as Envy. They start up their take. Huge paranoia. That's going to halt things as Kehmicals actually now has time to reload, and jcStani is here to clean up. How on earth did he get 2 headshots out of that? And he's most likely going to clean up this last one. Of course he is. He's going to group up with his teammates back onto the A site. And now Food actually with a run it back. Wants to approach immediately. Wow, Nature. A slick headshot immediately. Still shuts down that momentum. Shot up now with a stinger. No way he gets anything off of this. crashies able to take down Nature. And Food just runs right into Shot Up. Now Shot Up now in a 1v2. These 2 players are just playing out time. He goes right onto ropes. 8 HP now for Shot Up. He needs to run. Indeed he does. Still has to go for the spike.
He might get it. He might get it.
Oh my God, he did it! He actually did!
He's going to draw the attention, but it actually forces them to swing one direction, and they're going to be swinging into the head of the smoke. Food with a run it back, though. He's going big, but he's gone home. They tried, but he got sent all the way back around the banana box, and now with 2 versus 3. At least crashies to salvage something, but Food, 35 HP, has done his job. mummAy up top, and it's just Genghsta. They've got nothing here, and may as well Genghsta go for the swing. There's nothing you can do, though. Envy taking 8.
For it, unless you get a lockdown a little bit closer to things. Oh, and indeed they do. They try to make as much space as possible on site, and it's essentially right in the middle. All these players, they have to back up essentially into heaven. This is such a massive lockdown, but they actually have to get the defuse first. In they go, pretty much Olaf style, going right into the volley. Nature with 2, gonna make it 3. No, Genghsta gets it instead, but it blows up at the very end.
jcStani not too far, and jcStani wants that early peek. Food on a run it back. How much space can he get? Caboose from nowhere in Food with a swing. Immortals dismantled once more. Envy pull the plug on them, and now it's just 2.
About to become just 1 now. Oh my. Quick flank is now. Player in mid is down to extremely low HP, and that's going to be Kehmicals finally going down. Quick miss, actually, from mummAy. Nature in a 1v4. Taking his sweet time, in a sense, trying to see if anyone actually wants to peek out towards him. Still, these last few players in very good post-playing positions in terms of time wasting, and indeed FNS is going to be there for it. Nature, big in the sense that he can realistically only get 1 out of this. And not only that, but if he emerges through the smoke, he could just get 1. Quick dash, and he makes his way away. Of course he gets himself 2. It's just how Kehmicals is, isn't it? With a spike trying to go away. Still fully in the control of Envy, but wow, oh wow. Kehmicals just opened up the round.
Slipping back and forth. We'll see if he can get a little bit more.
Oh.
Gassed up already. Down goes another swarm. They've delayed this spike plant for so long. They're watching for the mid lurk. And Nature not going to escape. It's just down to Kehmicals. 2. And they can deny it. He's going for the big kill, and they've got it through the box. Immortals on a shaky buy have tied it up 11-11. Might actually give him away here. No, he dodges it completely.
No,
Nature
he's fine.
might be walking into this one. He's got his back turned. He's got 2. 1, 2 free kills. And Immortals. Oh, it's back and forth. The crumbling once more. Dipped into milk like an Oreo. They're broken. Envy. 5 versus 2 here. Caboose looking for a little bit more. 3rd kill is his. What do you even do here for your shot off? He's on the Empress, and there's an alarm bot. He's good for 1. Instant trade back in Envy. It's only been Caboose lurking around, and this is big. crashies. They don't go around him. Lockdown goes in. Nature dancing around, and here comes crashies. He might have Kehmicals back turned. And Shot Up. He's creeping on out here, but it's crashies again. He has to go huge. Lockdown finally triggered. Nobody caught off guard, and crashies
Oh,
love everybody
watch
to his woes. mummAy with one. Nature goes down. The spike already in. What can they do? Crashies
There
with
it
one.
is!
Crashies with two. He might just get three, and he might have just won the round. Shot up in the clutch. It's down to just two, and they're both around the box here. How does he pull this one out? He's got one Lear, no info, and he
no
can't even
way.
get the first. Envy take map number 2, 13-11. As he ends up taking it out. So Envy, slow and steady. There's that bird going huge. Guiding light to guide them into hookah. And a bouncing shock dart as jcStani springs from the TP. It's a paranoia to get them into hookah. They retake the control, and now they're charging forward, but maybe getting a little bit too eager for it.
Potentially so. It's all just Kehmicals now up in hookah, still listening out for any sort of contact, but no noise being made. But instead, oh, that's unfortunate.
No.
mummAy could have been able to rotate back with his team, potentially go through teleporter or something of the sorts, but instead he goes for the interaction on B, and Nature is there for the frag back. So now Immortals with a man advantage going into the rest of this round, and not only that, but there is still util over towards this
There's a
site.
flank going on.
No flank going on, and not only that, but a wall up from Food. They're finally going to be able to go for it, but the flank is coming in real hot as Genghsta takes down Food. That flank hasn't come in just yet, and indeed he does.
Towards the opposite side, and they're pushing earlier Envy, so they're looking for an early fight, and they've got it.
Oh, they've absolutely got it. FNS is just spraying everywhere that he can. Just holding down mouse one, and no Food. Oh no. Oh, that is so unfortunate, dude. Oh, he thought he had actually made a little bit of a buffer for himself, but that's just delaying time. He finally gets the wall down, and Genghsta gets the kill in the end. Oh my. It's gonna stop all that momentum making their way on side. And not only that, but the person in elbow could be able to actually get himself an early kill, but the wall actually goes up. But instead now Caboose making his way up. Genghsta takes it back. Kehmicals, same thing. Now it's a 2-on-5. 2 players in the front of sight with a cage up on the side. Food in such an inconspicuous spot, just looking for that first contact from the back main area. Not gonna be able to find anything. Instead, now it's gonna be mummAy.
Drops the boom, but that's if there is even going to be needed one, as jcStani already picks up the first, but mummAy with these knives and FNS with these peaks are making things a little bit scary. As mummAy with another. It's a 2 versus 3, and the Hunter Suri is put to waste.
Okay, mummAy just takes, again, full control of that back spawn. Not only that, but a smoke up that's gonna stop the approach even longer now.
Oh, shot up. He's got
He has
run
to
it
go
back
bit
too,
by
I
bit,
guess.
but there you go. Oh, shot up has to take that first interaction against Caboose. Caboose has it. Now it's still a little bit of a crossfire. Gonna be able to make his way on. That is a massive kill from shot up, but not only that, but a massive whiff coming in from Crash. He still gets it second back. mummAy around the corner in a great off angle. Not only that, but the Hound making his way in. mummAy goes down. Genghsta 1v2 makes it into a 1v1, and there you go. Genghsta wins it back for Immortals. And again, no matter what, there's still always a chance. He has it, right? Okay, he does.
Second.
Yes.
Sees 2 players. The spike will be going down. jcStani, he's actually going to deny it here. Nature comes up big with 3.
My.
He is a freak on the site, and jcStani finally comes to the rescue. They don't need anything else.
does
They
it
just
again.
need 2 players, 5 kills. What do you want? He's got to back away.
Again, so much early control. It's almost expected that the wall would be going up in
TP.
that position. And not only that, but that's a great TP. That's going to be an early flank over towards short. But not only that, but Nature has a lot of pixels right in front of him. Still goes back for the kill, but even then, still a 4-on-4. The neural theft ended up spawning out so many players over towards this site. Teleport coming back for NB. Kehmicals, here we go. Showstopper on 1. Still 1 over towards short. That's a trade back for crashies. Needs this kill, although he is fully flashed. Couple of bullets back for the classic, and now they're just playing time. That's massive.
Yeah, playing around this box as well in the middle of sight. There's nothing you can really do for Kehmicals. Back turned, Caboose with the easy kill, and Envy finally around on the board. Immortals easily dip, and I mean, you've already got mummAy right next to that TP as Food is selling a fake over towards the A side, but no rotation being drawn yet by Immortals.
Okay. Still over towards the side of Immortals, like you mentioned. A whole lot of attention on the A side, but with only 2 players here. With the info jump peak, that's at least one over towards Hookah, but the rest of NB, they still don't stop over long, but crashies through the smoke and through a wall, takes down Kehmicals. Shut Up doesn't seem like he's stopping either. They'll run it back. He doesn't want to go back. He wants to get these kills beforehand, but the player through the teleporter goes in at the perfect time. And the rotation on A is fully underway. There's a person over towards short that could be able to make that flank really quickly. Same thing with the player on A. Finally, Genghsta takes down crashies, but even then, Nature with a massive opportunity in terms of information. jcStani in bathroom. Nature catches Caboose completely off guard. And Nature, he comes up clutch again. jcStani, I was developing him the entire time, but it was Nature to come out big again.
Available here as well for food. We know this team loves to use frenzies and crashies. With the Ghost has already got a dink. Trailblazer and the guiding light to delay. How long can he hold these players back? There's a big emphasis of utility in this fight. And there comes Food. Wall up in Hookah, so he only has to focus in one direction. And Caboose looking for another onto Nature. It's Envy. Lights out in this one. And it's Genghsta left in a clutch.
I have the spike.
Genghsta 1v3, full control of sight.
Spike planted.
2 players from MV, about to be 3 over towards that Hookah area. Again, such a tall task for the man. He has almost nothing to work with. He would have needed a kill off of that first contact to really make things happen.
Essentially blind, and Envy crashes with a huge flash that gives them all the info. They know this is going to be an A play, but they're sticking around just in case. FNS up close, great paranoia. He comes in big, at least on the side of Caboose, and mummAy trying to hold it down. It's Genghsta with another, and mummAy's got to back away. Immortals have spun this back, and they are pressuring mummAy to his death.
With mummAy going down and Envy now down to 2 players, this retake. Oh man, it becomes so tough, so laborious, but watch out. Food could definitely be the X factor here. Making his way through bathroom, but essentially this peek from heaven has to come out at almost literally the same exact time that Food goes out. They have to split the attention. They have to make their way on. Nobody peeks him out. The flash from crashies, and there you go. Like I said, Food at the perfect time, able to get himself 2. Now jcStani 1v2. Paranoia at a great time. Doesn't get Food, and Food gets it.
Stringing a couple rounds together, crashes with the info, and Immortals, they're actually gunning and running straight into Hookah. Slow orb or not, they're going to get the kills. And same thing here with crashes. Alone on the site, and he goes down to Genghsta Sheriff. 4 versus 3. Immortals have the site, but we've seen what Envy can do on these retakes.
We just saw it in the last round. I mean, we have to anticipate that they got something cooking up. And it's mostly over towards at least the back main area. That's big for Kehmicals. mummAy just running away. That Hunter's Fury chasing him in the skies. Not only that, but FNS almost gets tagged. Still around the corner. It's going to be the peek out from FNS, and Nature can't clutch it out. Still a 2-on-2. Both players low on HP. This seems more than certain as a win for Immortals. But these players, they pulled off magic before that flash. Ain't exactly gonna catch one, but the double flash, actually, that's less than expected. And I thought Shut Up actually got that kill. The 1-2 combo, but Genghsta gets it back.
If it's around this one play, they know where Caboose is. They're gonna try and gun him down, and Caboose, he's able to get away, and even with a kill, cheeky, and mummAy's here to save him if need be. Envy fight for control, and they've actually ended up winning it. With that finesse going down, the Immortals can definitely spring in onto the site.
Oh, absolutely. jcStani with a big kill. Immortals, same thing. Now they go back on Shut Up, depending on him for the bathroom's opening. But watch out for the Seekers. Watch out for the retake over towards short. Genghsta has the hold, and he's gonna make it a second. There you go. It's as easy as you can get.
To ever make it to double digits in the VCT, Immortals, a statement and a half. Now can Envy hold them back? Already the first kill. There's the trade. Oh, mummAy runs out of bullets, and he could have had 2. Envy now down a man, but there is one player, FNS. He's been so good in controlling showers, but now he's got to choose the perfect moment to speak. They have a revive as well for Food. But Immortals, these post plants are big. That's a huge neural theft now as well.
Oh, absolutely. Genghsta. He can go out on the peak. That position was absolutely needed for the first contact, but even then, crashies now 1v3. jcStani already has a 3K, but crashies now needs to go nuts.
Immortals have to try to adjust with Nature with the kill. Is he ready for the second drop? He's got the round.
Nature with a 2K already early on, and he was on the lurk.
Yeah.
That's the lurker getting the 2K, and that's A site being opened wide open. Still crashies making his way back. Not only that, but with the Seekers that, again, recharged essentially in just about 2 rounds, but Nature doesn't care. 3K from Nature, still looking over towards the bathroom area because, man, oh man, Envy,
Nature.
they have 2 players completely disconnected. Nature gets himself a 4th. Food now the last one remaining in a 1v5. Food? I mean, just gotta take it pick by pick. Immortals, well done here on Bind. They're gonna take it over Envy 13-6.
They're going for early aggression. They cleared up the mid Gubbies with that recon vault, and now they want control. Huge paranoia is going back and forth, and it's Genghsta through the smoke, not Kehmicals whatsoever. And now they've got basic control of this site. Immortals instantly take over, but there's one person, mummAy underneath, and crashies in the heavens. Where is this thing gonna go? Players full blinded by the breach flashpoint, and those are huge kills.
Oh
As
my.
Food comes in big, he's got 2, and it's Genghsta on low HP, and Food clings it up. Actually gets that one going, and Immortals, they're gonna have to work with the lesser gun. Early fault line, and mummAy's got control, but a paranoia back allows Kehmicals back into the fight.
And goes the actual take, though. There's 2 players on site. This is at least a stellar, in theory, a stellar take for the boys of Envy, but mummAy is here for the insurance, but with full stairs control and nobody watching the outside courtyard area, Envy, they're left absolutely exposed. Now it's a 2-on-3. The boys of Envy, and they still want to take it relatively slow. They still used a whole lot of util early on in the round, but I still think that they have the 2 fresh smokes that could still definitely help them out on the take, and the paranoia is here to help. One in the backside, oh, fully blind, but there you go. Kehmicals and jcStani. Nature, he's just gonna set in the smoke. Very cheeky, but it's still a 2-on-2. Nature absolutely needs to pop here, but nothing's gonna happen for him. Genghsta now 1v2, has nothing but an Ares. That spike, it's still getting diffused. They're just going in. Oh, wow! So clean from Genghsta through the smoke, can't get anything! mummAy sticks it, and Genghsta completely wrong indeed, and they still have the Sova for the recon bolt just to get that information through the smoke. And not only that, but Nano Swarm gets popped too. Smoke up in the back line. Food, he has to force out the situation, trying to make his way through. The fault line's not gonna hit anyone. None of this breach util is hitting, and now it's just down to a singular person. It's mummAy in the back lines. Although Envy, they do have the util to use, Immortals is still making this tough as they quickly make their way on site. Food, however, holding things back. The 100 fear for Crash. He's not exactly hitting. Finally gets up 1. JC standing in the front lines, able to get another. That's a 2nd kill for Food. And Immortals, they run into a brick wall and through the smoke. mummAy takes down Genghsta. You couldn't see it more unfortunate for Immortals. But man, oh man, they make the hold worth it. But now in comes Nature. Now 1v4. Yeah, no, this one's done. 2 HP left. He needed to keep it clean onto Caboose. Gonna happen. Envy, the last time that they tried to play out 2 on site, didn't exactly work out in their favor. But this is classic for FNS. Just playing around the cage over and short, just waiting for players to get spotted out. But nothing's gonna happen from it. So instead, Food in the backlines with a Rolling Thunder. Gonna be able to discombobulate a whole lot of players. And that's gonna allow crashies to make his way back on. Same thing with Food for a frag back. The 3v2 for Immortals. Mid. But Immortals, they're trying to make this take. They don't even have spike back. They could double back. That's a massive paranoia. But even then, Nature comes back with a shot from the Stinger. That alarm bot goes right in front of Crashies. He doesn't even want to trigger it or even take it out. Instead, he goes back. FNS still on side with a massive 2K. That recon dart is going to take out at least Kehmicals in terms of information. But he's not done fragging. Able to get himself one more up in heaven. He's just distracting everyone as he makes his rotation back. The spike well on its way to B.
Great call from Immortals, and a Hunter here as well to boot, and Kehmicals is not looking just to get on the side. He's looking to close it out with a kill. mummAy trying to catch Kehmicals with a flank, but Kehmicals is flanking the other way around. There's the peek, and there's the kill. Kehmicals takes down the op, or the main deal of FNS playing a crucial position, and well, there's a start. Early kill, and a chance now if FNS can go huge. He's got a cam to get the info, and he's ready for the swing. He's got nothing for it. Only a dink onto Nature. How big that kill would have been, but you again can't count these boys out. Caboose stops the spike, and now it's 2v3 with 1 flanking.
The only person that you can't can out at this point, it has to be Caboose, right? We talked about it yesterday. This guy, whenever he's alive, it almost seems like Envy always has a chance. Still, to his side, mummAy, he's been his own stellar individual fragger, but oh my, that paranoia is so massive. But jcStani, especially because Envy, they haven't been able to fight it back with really their own op. It's almost expected, but what a lineup from the paranoia. Oh my. Shot Up's gonna be able to get one back easy peasy. Still crashes in this position, looking for a trade back. And how does Shot Up even win that one out? FNS with a massive task with 3 players in front of him. He's only able to get one. Kehmicals. There you go. Easy frag onto food.
They've got ults. Whole lot of them. 4 charged up. This Hunter streak can be big. Early dash, and they're looking for info, but mummAy shut down as soon as he touches the ground. What can you do here if you're Envy? You're being killed left, right, and center, and it's just one FNS. 1v5 clutch to close out the half, but Immortals, they have the free sight, and FNS with just a Spectre.
And that's it. Flawless round to finish off the half, and 1 or 2 from behind this, but they're not approaching. Good patience. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay. FNS goes for the wide swing. Kehmicals is on the crossfire. He wasn't initially, but oh man, Genghsta needed that one onto food. Great flash, but jcStani in such an inconspicuous location. Food's not going to be able to pick him out, but instead, the rest of Envy over towards the B side. There is only a singular man here, but his name is Nature, and he knows how to handle these scenarios. A couple of players making their way on. Even then, the Aldron takes him up. Shot Up gets one back, and there you go. The Shot Up Nature connection works out.
And they are getting aggressive. Look at this from Kehmicals. Recon bolt reveals, but 2 kills swing the way back. Simultaneously, Envy might have stayed alive, and they might have staved off 11 as Immortals pop off in a crucial round. It's Envy who take it back, though.
Man, that's a good word for it. They essentially popped out of nowhere. Why would they even approach that A main area? There was almost no need for it, but what on earth is going on? Again, it has to be a little bit of a curse, right? jcStani almost certainly has a chance to get this last one, but now FNS down to 29 HP, gonna be able to approach over towards the A side. You still have Nature on Cat with not a lot of util, and not only that, but his ulti is nowhere near finished. One on Cat about to go on the flank, but Nature is actually ready for it. Still has to look back. Nature! The alarm bot getting shut away. Nature is essentially on his lonesome again, but there you go. Lockdown is about to go online too if he really wants to hold it back.
Nature.
But he seriously needs some help. No, he doesn't need help at all. He's all solo. 3K from Nature. No, FNS in a 1v4. Gonna be able to get himself 2. Still the rotation coming in fairly quickly. Spike is still down and short. jcStani in B main. 2 players up in Cat at the moment, with 1 still on site, with the rolling thunder hitting at almost the optimal angle. But now in comes Kehmicals, needs to really help things out. But Immortals are still isolated from sight. Shot Up could have had one, could have made things in their favor, but now Food still gets the kill back, and the plant will go down with crashies. Still 2 remaining now for Immortals. There's a flank going in as we speak in their spawn, so Genghsta has to go, and he has to go now. 1 in courtyard. The Killjoy ulti going in. FNS is gonna be able to. No! What on earth was that from Genghsta? The lockdown will hit.
They're gonna get caught.
And not only that, but Nature actually takes one down with a turret, and crashes, has no chance. Genghsta, what on earth was that? 12-5.
Even send us to a possible OT, and even furthermore, then they've got to send us to a 5th. Genghsta early on. jcStani using everything they've got at their disposal, and they might keep us going. Immortals, they almost kept us going, Envy, but they shut it down. It's so quick. And now Immortals 2 kills away. Look at this Fury. It's 1 kill. Can he get a second? They're not done yet, but it's just down to crashies.
Here we go, crashies, still holding things down, 30 HP. Nature gets the last kill, and Immortals upset on top of upset on top of upsets. Immortals, they are your Valorant Challengers Open #1 champions.